exquisite. That can be long enough to start with. Just 1 or 2 minutes, just to be still. Now that's not hard, is it? Now, if you're still finding that challenging, it may be because there's a lot of outside distractions. So what I recommend in that case is you get yourself some music. You can hear music very softly in the background right now, but you get your own music. There's lots and lots of great music out there. If you go to mysticalsuccessclub.com, I have a free PDF file that you can download that has some music that I suggest or recommend that is really nice to listen to. So you put your iPod on and you may choose to just listen to one song, but get yourself into the feeling first before you put the song on, the feeling of gratitude, because that gratitude lends itself to open the heart to love. And as I said, you are spiritually barren if you can't get that feeling of gratitude. Now, don't be afraid of being spiritually barren. A lot of people are, because all that means is you're not connecting. To connect, you have to feel gratitude. Okay. So you put your iPod on and you listen to a song. It's best to listen to something that doesn't have a lot of, singing and words, but just listen to a song or something beautiful by Beethoven, Ave Maria, if that's the sort of thing you like, or just something that is just going to let you focus on the music and your heart. That's all you do. Do that in the first thing in the morning, do it at night, and if you can, do it twice during the day. What I recommend to those who truly are finding that their life is a little stressful, do it. Even if it's just a minute or 2 minutes, as many times as a day, during the day as you can. Just take that deep breath, those 3 deep breaths. Especially if you're going to send off an email and you're not sure if you're feeling angry or not, or calling someone, do this first. Don't take action if you're feeling anything but love in any area of your life. Take a deep breath first. 3. Focus on your heart. Just be still. Be here right now. And you will find you'll be able to go on with your day feeling connected. Knowing that the world is friendly and helpful. There's not even a little bit of obstruction in this world, It's all a state of mind. It's just a state of mind. We're living in God's dream. And if we want to have a really fulfilling life, it's pretty important to connect to God, the God in us. I don't care if you're an atheist right now. You do have an inner self. What do you think is beating your heart? There is a divine intelligence that is beating your heart. And if you find it challenging to even think about a belief in God, just think. Just touch your heart. Just feel it. Something is beating this heart. I'm not beating it. I'm not thinking, oh, gee, I've got to think about beating my heart. I've got to think about my next breath. Eternity in you is beating your heart. It is breathing. The I in you is breathing. So, after you've been doing this every day, you'll find that it's easier and easier to do it for a little longer and a little longer, until eventually you will be able to meditate for long periods of time, until you'll go through many beautiful spiritual experiences. Now, let's talk a little bit about a next level of meditation for those of you who have been practicing meditation for a long time and want to perhaps delve into it a little deeper. Now, everyone speaks about chakras. What are these chakras? We have a chakra at the very base of our spine. This is where the Kundalini energy is sitting there dormant for most people. And all it needs is the stillness for it to rush up the Shoshona, which is like a hollow pipe. But when you start feeling it, it's hard to explain it in words. You have to experience it for yourself, but it's like this light, this tunnel of light. And you can literally, when the Kundalini energy is literally blown right through to the chakras, you will feel like, say that the pipe's like that, you'll feel like this bubble just go all the way up. It's an amazing experience. It's like nothing, it's light, but it's something you can feel. You feel it like it's actually happening on your physical body. The ethereal body is part of the physical body. It's all one. Okay, so that is the bottom chakra. That's where all that beautiful golden light, which is, I like to think of it, the golden light, as this syrupy, beautiful, the blood of the divine. It's golden though. It's like the blood of the divine, and it's in you. And then you have the chakra, which is where the genital area is. And then you have your chakra, which is just where the belly button is and just sort of a little above it. And then we have the heart chakra. And then we have the throat chakra. And then we have our third eye chakra. And then we have our crown chakra. And just above that, there is another chakra that when one goes into a samadhi or an enlightenment experience, it jumps from there, more like a rush flow. Sometimes it can actually, if the Kundalini energy has already gone right through the chakras, it can sort of feel like it's coming, the golden light's coming through. And that can happen if a divine being has mediated an enlightened being to help you, whether in the physical or in the non-physical, because it's all the same. The non-physical and the physical, it's all spirit, it's all here. Every great enlightened being that ever was is still here, because there's only now. You know, time is an illusion of the human mind. So we focus on the heart chakra, not on the other chakras. You can focus on them, but it's not important to. It's more important to focus on the heart chakra first. You don't want to be playing around with the lower chakras. Just focus on the heart chakra to start with. That is where everything else will bubble up. It'll bubble up from there once this is ignited. Once the heart is, if you look at it like a coconut shell. Okay, a coconut has got an extremely hard outside, but this is formed in the beginning. It was very, very soft, right? And so you've got this hard shell, and then as you go into, if you've ever opened a coconut, you'll see that it gets softer and softer. So you've got this hard shell protecting it. Is it protecting it? Anyway, yes, this hard shell. They're very hard to open, a coconut, aren't they? And then you go into the softer meat until you get to the fluid, the milk. And that is the same with our heart, with our heart chakra. After many lifetimes, and during this lifetime, there may have been hurts and sorrows and states of mind that have built up a resistance to love, to light. And what we're doing when we're focusing on the heart chakra is we are cracking open that shell. And it can feel, to some, to start with, when they're starting to feel the love, almost painful. But I'm telling you right now, it is not pain. That is a state of mind. Because when that heart is really glowing, you feel it. Before I understood what this all meant, I used to say to people occasionally, I'm feeling like this heart glow. I feel like my heart is coming out of my ribs. It's like my ribs are opening up. And I didn't understand that it was my heart chakra had already been awakened, maybe in past lives or whatever. But I would always want to get to that feeling of having that heart glow, because I felt so blissful when I had this heart glow. And what happens when you start feeling this heart glow, when you're getting to the fleshy part of the coconut, so to speak? The mind is going to do its best, we talked about the subconscious mind, to find something in that file that relates to this feeling. Now, if it's a feeling, because human love, when you're in love with someone or something, that is only a touch of what divine love feels like. So it's going to go into its computer that it's built up in this particular lifetime and find a situation or an experience that relates to that feeling. Now, if it's a lot of love coming through and it can't find it sort of in the computer, it will come up with something. And it may be anxiety. It may be because the feeling of this love and this bliss is very similar. This excitement, this passion, this bliss can be very similar, until we completely know what it is, to an experience of anxiety. What happens when you feel anxious? The heart flutters. And believe me, when the heart chakra is open, you do feel like fluttering birds are in there. It just flutters up. It's fluttering. And you can feel fluttering. So that the subconscious mind will say, oh, you're feeling anxious. Don't listen. You are not feeling anxious. The subconscious mind is your computer. Don't let it run your life. It's only there for you to grasp information when you need to. How do I drive a car? It'll tell you, because you've driven a car before. It will give you the information that you need. It's just there as your servant. Don't let it be your master. But anyway, so as this feeling of love, sometimes what will happen is like love. Oh, I'm feeling love. Oh, I don't have a love in my life. Oh, there's no romance. And then the mind starts going, oh, I need to, maybe if I go on the internet, oh, I should go to a bar. Maybe it'll start going off with all these crazy thoughts about love if you're not in a loving relationship right now. Because it thinks that that is what love is. It thinks that two people together constitute love. And of course that can constitute love, but this is different. This is divine love that we're opening up. And so when your mind starts doing that, if it does, remember, I'm not lonely. This feeling of love I have always is there because it wants me to connect to my real inner self. But the human mind will take us on a tangent because of the way we've been programmed to think, oh, I've got to find someone to love and that will love me. And it confuses us. And so that's one of the things that could happen to you. But please remember, it is the divine love getting to that nectar, to that milk, which isn't milk, but it's golden fluid light coming out. It's breaking open that shell for that imprisoned splendor, as you may have heard, to escape, to go forth into your life. It's the highest oscillation there is. We talk about that fast vibration, that high oscillation that we want to, use the law of attraction to attract what it is that we want. This is the highest vibration there is. After you come out of a meditation where you're starting to feel this divine love, then when you focus on something that you want, it will come into your experience very, very fast. So be very careful at the same time about what you focus on once you start igniting these chakras and opening up this divine love, this vibration. So that's why it's very important to open up the heart chakra. And you can focus on your throat chakra if you are a speaker or a singer, if you'd like to. But remember, the heart chakra has to be ignited first for this to happen. So sometimes if you've been meditating for a long time, you may feel like the fluttering starts coming up into your throat, and then you don't seem to be able to get it to come up further. You don't do it. Remember that. It is not a state of mind. You have no control over allowing this Kundalini energy, this light, to come up. You've just got to let yourself to relax into that which is already meditating. It will come up. It will eventually come up into your third eye. And now you can focus on your third eye if you know that you've already started to feel the divine love. Don't focus on your throat chakra if you don't feel you need to. You can just focus on the third eye. But remember, it's always important, in my experience, to have the heart feeling gratitude first. Now, when you focus on your third eye, this will help you very, very much with opening up to the divine omniscience, to the divine intellect, to the divine intelligence. And you can have a lot of amazing spiritual experiences. But the whole idea is you don't think. I'm going to give you an idea about this. Some people attempt to visualize a spiritual experience or to build up a feeling of love emotionally when they meditate, because they think that that will do something for their meditation, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It's just building up more human emotion and more human states of mind. You've got to allow eternity itself, God, whatever you choose to call enlightenment, this pure light that is within us, our real self, that is immortal and beautiful, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, pure love, pure light. You allow it to do what it does. Our only job here is to be still and feel gratitude. Not a pretending gratitude, but just feel it and let it flow up. So as you're focusing, you can allow these things to come around, but focus on the love. If you're finding that just feels too blocked and it's not working, just allow it. Say, I am allowing love to flow, to open up. This God, this eternity, this thing that is beyond my intellect. It's got nothing to do with me. I can't do anything. Of my own self, I can do nothing. You allow it to do it. It does. It knows. It knows how to beat your heart. It knows how to breathe. It loves you. It is pure love. And this love is powerful. I mean, it is powerful. It is so amazing. It's amazing grace. It truly is. So if you're finding it challenging to do this thing called practice of meditation,